Welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Budget Beauty's weekly main series where we do long form content and we take you from start to finish with a full look. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And this week we are back home. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything super crazy that I haven't already done. Um, we're not traveling. We're not on the road. Just going out in the street and gonna buy some makeup and buy some stuff for the house, and that's about it. And then come back home and watch Svengoolie. So I don't have like a massive amount of things to do today, other than going out in the street and spending a little bit of money. So nothing special planned. So I was like, well, I'll just wear. I got a new top in. This is a y'all can see my little microphone, but this is a halter top that ties in the back. As you can see the ties back there. It ties in the back, and I'm wearing my leopard print skirt to go with this red halter top because it is very hot out there. So I'm going to I wanted to dress, not as super clingy and whatever. So I didn't want to wear like a t-shirt or anything today. So that's why I was like, okay, well, I'll do something real cute. And then I did my wig, and the curls. Now the curls are being weird, but, I pinned up the front because this front is like supposed to be a victory roll. And, I pinned up the front and I was like, okay, all right. But then when I pulled it back, I decided to pull it back. It was like, oh, okay, all right. So I was like, okay, all right, yes. So Mama is cute today. Mama's real cute, real pin-up cute today. So I was like, yeah, this cute. So I gotta readjust this wig a little bit. It likes to come up and so you can see my sides and whatever, and it's not supposed to do that. So I think if I pin it, and I may do that later, I'll pin it, it'll stay in place. But yeah, so let's get started. I have actually gotten up and I've done some stuff this morning. I'm going to go a variety of places, which I will detail while I'm doing this makeup. So we're going to get started. Trying to think. So I'm trying a lot of new things, to this week in this week's episode. It's stuff that I bought for the Full Face Darling episode, to get a couple of brands up to speed 100% so that they are ready to go. So I was like, okay, well, I will, I'll try some of them ahead of time, see how I like them. And, then that way, if I bought multiple of something in a specific category, then I can tell you, oh yeah, this is the one that I like. And, we'll choose that. So, all right, as usual, what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to get the sticker off of here. Sephora likes to put stickers in the dumbest places on their stuff. I love Sephora. Don't get me wrong, I love the house brand, but they will put some stuff somewhere and you be like, now why'd you put that over there? So now, they'll put it over the cap of their stuff. So then when you go to later on, you'd be like, what shade is this? You ain't got a shade name because so that's why it's taking me a second to pull this off of here. I don't need a shade name for this because it's a universal shade. But they put as you can see, they put the thing over the top of this, over the cap. And I get it. It's for safety reasons. It is completely for a good reason. It's not that they're just randomly doing it, but sometimes it make it a little hard to get her open, get her going. So as you can see, like last week, while I'm trying to do this and get this sticker off of here, last week we were on the road and we were out of town to visit sister-in-law and brother-in-law. So I had to do my episode. I could have worn makeup, but it was hot. It was 4th of July, and I was like, yeah, it's hot. I don't really want to wear makeup. because I knew I was gonna be outside at some point for fireworks and all of that. And so I was like, yeah, I don't really want to wear makeup. It turns out I was inside most of the day. I was either in the car or because I drove us down, and my husband drove us back. But we were indoors, so I wound up, and I was outside for a period of time when they did fireworks. So it's like, bro, it's hot out here. I don't really want to wear makeup. So yeah, I did not. But we had a good time. So we'll see them probably again, maybe somewhere around Christmas, probably. We usually don't see folks Thanksgiving. We tend to have Thanksgiving at the house. So, which we are planning to do this year. And then the day after Thanksgiving, like most people, we put up our Christmas tree, or at least we try to the day after. If not the day after, then maybe the next day after, like that Saturday. We'll put up the tree, especially if he's off that Saturday, and then we shoot our Christmas photos. Generally somewhere either when we put up the tree, or we do it like maybe a couple weeks later, maybe about 2 weeks later, maybe. But we try to get into the habit of shooting our Christmas photos. We don't send out Christmas cards, but we probably should. We just don't. So, because Christmas cards would be work, and I don't really want to do all that. I just don't really feel the need to do so. All right, so to get started, new eyeshadow primer. This is the Sephora Boost and Lock 12-hour wear eye primer, universal shade. So this is my first time using this. I literally bought it last week, or week before last, maybe week before last, and whenever I did that big haul, and then I just opened it now. So I'm gonna apply. It's nice. It reminds me of the ColourPop one, actually. And the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. So it's nice. It's nice and smooth and creamy. Nice consistency. Yeah, it's real nice. I like this. This is not bad. It's thick, but it's not over, like, it's not overwhelmingly thick where if you put on too much, it's not going to dry down. It's actually pretty good. So, I'm going to get some more. Yeah, I like this primer a lot. So far it seems to be nice, just from the applying part of this. So yeah, we didn't do any shopping last week, just because, and by the time we got there, checked into our hotel, then went over to her brother and sister-in-law's house, because they bought a new house maybe about like 6 months ago, so they were having like a housewarming party. We got over there, we sat down, ate, chit-chatted with family, friends. Then we went back. We stayed for fireworks, and then we went back to our hotel room. It was about 11 by the time we got back to our hotel. I was so tired. I was just tired. And we had been up the night before. We stayed up really late. So I was tired. I wanted to stay and socialize, but I was like, okay, my social battery is like... So your girl was not trying to stay super late. I wanted to see my sister-in-law and family. Like, I love my in-laws. My in-laws are pretty decent folk. I really enjoy spending time with them. So I really enjoy spending time with them. So, but it was like, yeah, I'm so tired. Just want to go lay down. And my belly was full too because I ate while I was down there because they had food. I mean, they had a barbecue. Ooh, somebody did some greens. It was one of the family friends. Boy, he put his whole foot in them greens. I was like, sir, did you do these greens? I was like, sir, who did these greens? And he was like, I did them. Somebody, my mother-in-law was like, oh yeah, family friend did them. And he was standing there. And I was like, sir, these greens are fantastic. You need to stop whatever it is you are doing and go open a restaurant or something because these greens are fantastic. Like they had, I mean, them greens was just off the charts great. The grilling was great. They got some Publix chicken to go with it. Chicken was good. I love Publix chicken. Don't get me wrong. I love Publix chicken. It's very good. But the girl was just like, excuse me? Like, who did these greens? It was that good. Like, it was that good. I had to ask. So it was like compliments to the chef. So yeah, belly was full. And by the time we got back to the hotel, I was hot because it was just hot that day. Hot and very humid because it was going to rain that day. And so I was just like, buddy, it's so hot out here. So yeah. All right. While we're waiting on these eyes, and I'm almost certain my eyes are dry at this point. Let's do our face primer. So we're also using a new face primer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Mattifying Primer plus Sunscreen with clay, normal to oily skin. I have normal skin, but my skin gets oily throughout the day from sweating and just general skin oils. So, but my skin, I sweat a lot. So, yeah. This is new, and I bought this in anticipation of doing Maybelline's Full Face Darling episode. So that's why it's not been opened and used yet. So, all right. We've learned. Whoever got a primer, be very careful when you go to use this. So make sure that the primer does not run and is not like finna come out your hand. So I got a little bit. This is a very lotiony primer, it looks like. So I'm gonna see how this works. So it smells interesting. It smells like something I've used before. Don't know what. Not a makeup product, like some type of like body wash or something. Yeah, it smells like a body wash I've used. Or like a face, something for my face. It smells, it smells like something Neutrogena I've used. Maybe a face wash. Like a cleanser or something. So I really feel like I did not get enough on my face. So, and that little bit that I just used. Trying to get the sides. I did use some Tatcha moisturizer that I got for my birthday. It was one of the little like small like little mini samples, probably about that big actually. I used some of that last night as a little moisturizer. I like it. Now, this primer on my face, I'm going to assume that when it dries down, my face will be softer. Cause this feel like this not a grippy primer, but buddy, it feel like I'm dragging on my skin here to put this on. So this is not soft like ColourPop or the a Touch Still Soul one. So yeesh, all right. That was like felt like I was pulling on my skin to put that on almost. So we're gonna see. We're gonna let that dry down and see what she do in the intervening time while I'm doing my eyes. Alright. So okay, let's worry about these eyes. We'll turn our attention back to the eyes. Now I got two new pencils that I want to try. They are brown, and I want to see what the brown do for both of them. The first one, this is the Stila Stay All Day Smudge and Set Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. This was my free gift for making diamond this year. It's in the shade Espresso. This was my free gift for making diamond at Ulta. So I want to try this because I had to get it in the espresso shade. I was trying to get it in the violet one, and they were like, yeah, that's not the one that's the diamond gift. You have to pick this very specific shade. And I was like, hey, I didn't realize. So, because it kept coming up as full price at the register, and I'm like, that's supposed to be my free diamond gift. Like, what's happening? And then they looked at it. The lady had me pull it up on my phone, and I was like, oh, I didn't even see that part. I felt so dumb because I was like, baby, I promise you, Meemaw did not see that part about you have to get this shade. So, yeah. So that's one. And then the other one is the She Glam Bold Line Longwear Multifunction Gel Liner. And it is in the shade brown or something. Oh, metallic brown. So, we're going to try both of these and see what happens. So let's go. So the Stila one is a twistable. I'm scared because I do not want to screw this up. Is that? Oh yeah, okay, all right. Because the whole thing was like up, and I was like, excuse me? No, because I can just see myself just completely popping the tip off, and that would have wasted pencil. So no, absolutely not. Go back down in there. All right, and it's still a little too high for my liking, but all right. This pencil is too expensive, regular price, to be breaking the tip off, and you got to come back and buy another one. It is retractable, but but yeah, no, I'm not trying to screw that up. All right, so it's on there. Of course, brown, as we know, brown is going to match my skin tone very, very well. So when we use a brown, it has to be a deep brown. And it has to be a darker brown than my brown in order for this to show up. And I want to use this because I don't want to have like a cut crease that is a normal color. That's all right. It really did not tug. It's on there, as y'all can see. You can see it. It's just... So, yeah, I'm all right with that. That's okay. For a free gift, I ain't gonna complain. All right, now let's try this She Glam one. And I'm gonna put this over the top of it and see what it does. I want to test it. See, is it? It says metallic brown. And I do see the shimmer in it. It's cute. Okay. That's real cute. Okay. Yeah, I see the metallic in it. It's showing up. So the metallic does help this. It's nice and creamy. I do like that too. No tugging. It did not tug at all. So yeah, that's not bad. Okay, She Glam. That's not bad at all. I mean, it's there. Y'all can see it on camera. So if you can see it, that means it's there. It will show up. Okay, that's not bad. And for what I'm trying to do here, that's not bad at all. All right. So then for the eyeshadow, this is also a new thing. I have another one of these, but this is a new shade. This is the Essence Cream Eyeshadow. This one is in the shade 03 Oyster. Now, the last time I wore this skirt, I did do the same eyeshadow look, and I used my other one, and I liked it. It turned out really well. So this is a new one though. A new shade. So I want to see how this oyster shade is going to show up. So I'm going to take my tool And then we gonna play with this for a minute. See how she do. Um, so it's a little, and you dip it in, and it has a little thing on here for right now. I may take it off so that, it don't dry out or whatever. But I tend to screw my cap right back on as soon as I'm finished, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, here goes. Oh, that's cute. Okay. May not need a topper today. Because that is shiny. It's got some shimmer to it. That's pretty. It's just enough shimmer to differentiate that brown from my skin tone, so that's great. Because what happens when I wear brown, as y'all have learned, and as you can see, if I wear anything brown, you're going to have to differentiate. Because it just looks like I'm not wearing anything on my eyelids at all. I mean, my eyelids, so that's the thing. My eyelids are darker, and they were not always this dark. This is just from age and time and wearing makeup. They are darker. So depending on the right shade, it will look like, if I wear a specific type of brown, I look like I'm not wearing anything on my eyelids. So even with the darkness, so it just matches my skin tone really well. Certain primers, if I wear dark colored primers, eyeshadow primers, like Juvia's Place, it matches my eyes immediately. So, and the Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer from NYX. So yeah, I have to do something to differentiate. Certain eyeshadows work like that very well for me too. Mostly brown eyeshadows. So I like this. This is really nice. This is a really nice shimmery brown. It does not match me exactly, so you can see the shimmer in it immediately. I really want my hair to cooperate here with this wig. These hairs will get in my face, and then I go to try to do face stuff, and the hair is in the way. Anyway, yeah, the eyes are, this is nice. This is very nice. So yeah. All right. I'm pleased. So I am going to add some type of sparkle to this, even though it does have shimmer in it. I want some type of sparkle with it, because it needs something. So, all right. I like that. That was nice. That's nice. All right. So I'm going to add, we're going to use a topper. And this is the ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadow stick. This is the shade Golden Coast. I have used this before, and it was fine. I liked it. It's probably gonna, yeah, it's gonna add a little bit to it. And as with the She Glam ones, same concept here. And with the Danessa Myricks ones too. You have got to do what you're gonna do with it and go on. And you got to do what you're gonna do with it and be ready to spread out and set, if that's what before it sets down, because it dries very, very, very quickly. So that's why I'm doing this, and then immediately doing this part. And I like it. And all I'm really doing is kind of spreading out the particulate here. Just a little bit. Okay. Alright, then we're going to go put it on the other eye. It still don't look like I got nothing on, but I promise you in person there is this topper stick to it. This is a really nice gold. Works really well with gold itself too. Add some definition to the gold. And that's kind of what I was trying to do here with adding a little definition to the brown shimmer. So, all right. So, all right. I like that. Like I say, it adds a little something. A little something. So I'm okay with that. And I also really like these. I really like these from ColourPop. This one has been, so far, this is the one that I've used. This has been very good. It has been very, very good. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So the eyes ain't really going to be the statement here today. They're not really the statement here. They're kind of there. So, all right. So now for the mascara, we are going to use a new lash primer and some new mascara. I've used some of this mascara before, and then one of the mascaras that I would like to use, I have not used it yet. So, for the lash primer, this is the Wet n Wild mascara and brow and lash mascara, mega clear. So we're gonna try this because, I mean, you could use this as a regular mascara, I guess. And you could use it on your brows. And Lord knows my bushy eyebrows, I could use that. But, we're going to use it. See what it does. As a primer, because it could also be used as a primer. From what I read, that's why I bought it. And it's got a very thick, this is a very thick brush, so it's like for volumizing it, I guess. It has a very clinical smell to it. I have some e.l.f. that is like this, but I don't use it, so. And also my lashes are extremely stubby right now. Because I've been wearing a lot of mascara. So, trying very hard not to snatch my lashes out when I take it off. But, inevitably, you're going to get that. I mean, you just are. So, I have been using my Neutrogena lash serum at night. I used some of it last night. So, supposed to see results within like 4 weeks, so it's gonna take a minute. It is not an immediate, oh, your lashes are growing back. Usually my lashes, it takes about 2 to 4 weeks for them to grow back to a full kit, as it were. Also, per the usual, I'm looking down into our by Barbie trifold mirror. Really, really like this Barbie trifold mirror. This was a great buy. And I got it for like $15, $16. It has been a fantastic addition. Alright, so I have added stuff. So let's see what we got here. Alright, so let's start with the new. Let's start with the new one. Okay, yeah. Alright. So, the kind of sort of new one, we'll start with that one first, actually, because I'm looking at that, and I'm like, I probably want to do volumizing first before I do that. Alright, so for the volumizing one, this is the Wet n Wild. Bigger is better. Looks like a microphone with a crown on the top. This is the Big Papa. So named for Biggie Smalls. I was around when Biggie Smalls was a thing. And this is in the shade, I don't even remember. I know it's black though. It's super, super black. But it's supposed to be like the Crown. So, Lord, that's a lot of mascara. Great day in the morning, as my granddaddy used to say. All right. So, I'm adding my mascara here. It is giving me volume. It's definitely giving me volume. So on the agenda today for what we are doing and where we are going, I plan to go to Barnes and Noble. I am reading the Twilight series. Yes, I know I'm behind. But I was in a relationship where reading books was not particularly celebrated. At least me reading books wasn't celebrated. So I am no longer in a relationship where reading books is not celebrated. So I decided to start reading again and getting back into reading. I used to be a very avid reader. And so, as you can see, the volume is voluming. So I started reading Twilight earlier this year. I got the first book in the series for Christmas. I'd asked my husband to get it, and he did. And so I decided I was gonna read and see if I liked the series. Well, I finished the first book and I liked it. It's okay. It's an okay series. So I am currently reading the second book in the series, and I am gonna go get. I'm reading. I'm about a fourth of the way through the second book. They've already done a few things, and so now I was like, well, I like it. I haven't sat down and read in a couple of weeks just because I just had stuff going on and just didn't feel like it. So now for the second one, and let me quickly interject here. For the second mascara that we're going to use, this is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless Grow Lash Complex plus fibers. This is a lengthening mascara. The previous one, the Big Papa, is a volumizing. So as you can see, I have volume now, and this is a lengthening. So, and this one is brand new. I've never opened it. I just opened it just now, and this is the new one that I want to try and see how this works. So, but anyway, so yeah, I was like, I'll go ahead and get the third one, and we'll see. Get the third book, Eclipse, and because now I'm invested in the story. And yes, I'm aware the movies are out, and they've been out for like a decade and some change. So almost 2 decades, almost. So I was like, well, I'll read a book, watch a movie. So I've read the first book. I'm halfway through the second one. So maybe, like I say, about a fourth of the way through the second one, almost at half. And so I will watch the movies pretty shortly. Okay, I do like that. That is nice. I like that. That lengthening that it did. That's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of invested in pretty. So far, I'm okay with the writing and the story. My only thing is that it is first person, written from first person view of Bella. And as my mama pointed out many years ago, she said she didn't like first person books. And I tended to agree with her once I thought about it. She didn't like first person books because the other character can't know what the character who's doing the first person narration can't know what everybody else is thinking. So unless they, like in this series, you know, the vampires have they have gifts, and one of the vampires is able to read thoughts of the people around them. Um, it it's I tended to agree with her. She was like, how would they know? Like how would they be able to tell the thoughts of everybody around them unless you have that power? So I'm kind of like, when it's from Bella's point of view, it's like, how would you know that he was thinking that? You can't tell. And that is not her gift at all. So we ain't even got to that part yet where people start displaying their gifts. One of them has displayed their gifts, and yes, they can read minds, but it's like she can't do that. So there's no way. All right, I'm gonna throw a little bit of the L'Oreal Extensionist on here, just a tad. But I do like that Rimmel. I like what that Rimmel was doing. That's very, very good. L'Oreal Extensionist is pretty decent. L'Oreal is kind of expensive for drugstore. So yeah. I bought this for like $15-16. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to Barnes and Noble. I'm gonna get the third book. Is the point of all of that. And then while I'm over there, because by my Barnes and Noble there is a Marshalls. I think I'm gonna go in there and see about their makeup section. I haven't been in there in a minute. Looking to see if I can find some more of the Neutrogena micellar water. I did really like that. I'm using the Garnier right now, and it's okay, but I don't know if I feel like my skin is getting cleaner. It's not gonna be 100% clean, but I feel like I need it to be a little bit cleaner. So, all right, eyes are done, and I really like this mascara. I do. I like how that mascara turned out. I was looking in the trifold mirror. Might do a little bit of combing here. See if I can keep them lashes standing up. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to, once I leave there, I'm going to go out to where my favorite Ulta is. I go to the Ulta. I have a couple of things that are on sale. I can go ahead and tell you now, we will be buying some splurge items. Very excited about that. Because they are on sale, and I've been eyeing it for a minute. So, trying to get them on sale. They're buy one get one free. So I'm like, okay, you ain't got to tell me twice. So it's some Fenty, and it is something else. The Fenty mascara is on sale, and you buy one get one free. So the matching lash primer is also on sale. So I'm like, okay, because I really like Fenty stuff. So yeah, if I'm gonna do mid-tier, Fenty, Rare Beauty. I got some of the Rare Beauty mascara already anyway. So, but Fenty is the one that's on sale right now. So I'm like, Rihanna finna get some more of my money. All right, so now we are ready to turn our attention to the face. And since I'm using a bunch of Maybelline stuff, I was like, well, I haven't used the Maybelline foundation in a good minute. I did use the concealer the other day, so I probably won't use the concealer, but we're going to use this for the foundation today. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, normal to oily. This is shade 355 Coconut. That's what that says. So, I like this. This and the L'Oreal Infallible are actually pretty good. So, we're going to be using this one to do our foundation today. So, let me shake her up because I haven't used it. It's still liquidy. Still sounds liquidy. But I do like this. It's been very good. It had a bubble in it. It had a bubble at the top. Trying not to pour out too much. probably all I need. Don't drop that last little drop down there since you were determined to do so. Okay. Yeah, you don't need a whole ton. Let's see if I can get this brush to put it on. Alright, so to put it on, this is the Morph 107 M107 foundation brush. Now my face, as before I put this on, my face is fairly soft. It's not nearly as soft as, say, like the others, foundation primers, but it's soft enough. All right, put my lid back on because I'll screw that back on in a second. All right, so let's get her going. Like I say, you don't need a whole ton of this, and since I have worn this last, I have learned different techniques for putting on this foundation. So your girl is a learner. So anyway, once I leave, I'm going to go out to my favorite Ulta and buy. And then Bath and Body Works got a sale going, and they have the fall stuff out now. So there's a couple of hand soaps and candles, because candles are buy one get one free. And I want to get some fall candles in anticipation of the fall season coming. So, and I did very well. I'm very proud of myself. Also, hand soap is like 5 for $28 right now. So, I did very well. I went and did a search, which is the whole reason why I spent some time on a Saturday afternoon with my husband. Sunday afternoon, we cataloged all of the soap that we have and all of the candles that we have, and we set them all up in to be organized, so that, and I made a spreadsheet as I was doing it. Y'all know how I'm fond of spreadsheets. I made a spreadsheet so that I could track, and so that we don't buy multiple of things that we don't need. So I did that, and I was very proud of myself because I went and I checked my spreadsheet before I went to go buy stuff. So very proud of myself. The hyperfixation and need to shop, compulsive shopping can be tamed. So for the concealer here, I am using the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Concealer in the shade Pecan, I'm pretty sure. I'll look at it in just a second. Try to fill in this area down here. It's a good concealer. I do really like this concealer. Yes, Radiant Cream Concealer. And this is in the shade, I was correct, Pecan. Look at that. Pecan Medium Deep. So that's what this is. It's a great concealer. That is listen, Neutrogena, do not sleep on Neutrogena makeup. It is, yeah, it gives me very clean girl vibes, but it's actually not bad. It's actually very good. Very pleased. All right, so I'm going to use my Essence brush today to blend my face out. But yeah, don't sleep on that Neutrogena. It is actually very good. The CC cream, very good. Once I got the right shade, it was actually very, very good. And I did get a few more Neutrogena things, but I don't have enough to do full face darling with it, so I have not been tracking it for that just yet. But I did look to see. I do have a couple of things. So maybe we might combine that with something that is a one-off, something else, maybe. But yeah, I'm not gonna even lie. It does give, very much gives clean girl vibes, like clean girl makeup, which is a whole trend. Which CoverGirl is very much clean girl makeup also. Which is weird because I remember when CoverGirl was a whole thing in the 80s and it was not clean girl at all. Clean girl is a recent modern thing. So I feel like this is not a matte either. Yeah, it says it's matte, but my face is real shiny here with this foundation on. So there's that. But as you can see, it blends very nicely. The formula is fantastic. And it's a perfect match shade wise for me. It's fairly close. And you know, up on my edges, yeah. But it's fairly close. All right. Then for the concealer blending, we are using the M. This is the Morph. I've used this so much, I've almost wiped off the thing here. 132 concealer. Angled concealer. Fantastic brush, though. When I tell y'all this is a great concealer brush, this is really good. Very pleased with it. Now blending these together, it's going to take a little bit of working. Just so I can get this to blend right. Okay. You can see the brightening. That's not bad. That's not bad. But it is taking a little bit to blend this. To blend this and blend it well. Where the color, you can see where it's blended, but it's not like two different things. That is a little bright under my eyes, but not like completely screwed up and unblended. But yeah, the Neutrogena is not bad. So once I go to the Bath and Body Works, I'm going to pick up dinner while I'm out there, because place for dinner is nearby. And then I'm going to come back the way I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to go to I'm going to get me some lunch because it's lunchtime. It's almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, I'm so happy my clock is in here. I'm so excited, y'all. I bought me a new clock from Dollar General. It's a pink clock too. I bought a new clock, and so I can just look at my clock and see it. I put it over here on the table that's beyond my ring light and stuff. I now have a clock, and I can look at it very quickly and tell what time it is. I'm so excited. It is a pink clock too. But I don't have to worry about hanging it up on the wall. So, very excited. All right, so now let's turn our attention to, as you can see, foundation's blended, concealer's blended. So let's turn our attention to the blush. So I got some new stuff. This was a gift from Sephora for my birthday. Because I am a beauty insider in their little program, like Ulta, but I'm not the main, like the top level at Sephora, because I don't go in there enough of that. So, but I still get the birthday gift from my level. So this is the Glossier Cloud Paint Seamless Cheek Color. Now you can apparently also use this on lips, but I'm just going to use this on my cheeks. I want to try this because I think the shade is going to be cute. And so, I'm very curious about it. So, I've not used it. This is brand new. I'm using, ooh, okay. Well, Buddy just came right out. Buddy said, hey, I heard you was looking for me. So, it's a little small version of this. And if I'm not mistaken, it is super expensive. All right, so I put a little dot on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take my brush and pull it from there and then do it. And this is the Morph 204 Cream and Liquid Blush brush. I don't even know what the shade of this is, But we're gonna try it today and see. It's like a pinkish nude shade, I guess, almost. So it did absolutely jacking shit on my skin. That's funny. Yeah, I don't even know what the shade is. So, I mean, it's something. It ain't showing up as much. Like, I can see it. It's there. It's a little dollop of color, but it ain't nothing massive or anything. Okay, well, it's buildable, but it, for me, is not really doing anything. I mean, you can see it only because you saw me literally sit here and tap this in, but yeah, yeah. Okay. So, knowing that, we know that's something we gonna put together with something else. Not anything I would use on its own. I mean, cause that color, even just taking it off the back of my hand, you can see it right there. It's a little bit of color, but it ain't nothing major. So yeah. All right. So let's use something else. Something I ain't used in a minute. Let's use this Fui pudding pot because I haven't used that in a minute. This is the Fui pudding pot in the shade Baby. The Fui lip and cheek blurry pudding pot in the shade Baby. I got this on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty, and it's okay. It's a nice little, see, that's a nice little color. I'm not using a whole ton though, but it's a nice little color. There's nothing over there, even though I just did all that. All right, there we go. Now you can see it. It's a nice flush of color. And yes, I am aware I need to clean my brushes. I probably should do that this weekend. But I might not. I might do it next weekend. So, once I go to the Bath and Body Works, that's cute. That's really, really cute. It's a nice little pink. Like a little pink. Little dollop of pink. So once I go to the Bath and Body Works and I go get the food, and then I'm gonna go get my lunch, and then I'm gonna come home. I've had a long, busy day shopping. A long, busy day of shopping. So yeah, I do plan to get some things, so we will be doing a beauty haul. I have not ordered anything from Amazon right now. So we are not expecting an Amazon shipment right now. Trying to get these things back in here. With that Glossier came, I put them in this bag that I got from Rare Beauty. Just moving stuff around. This is there eau de parfums in there. So I'm like, but I don't wear perfume. I haven't worn perfume in probably like 20 years. Just because I don't like smelling that scent all day long. It started giving me headaches, so I stopped wearing stuff. All right, now that we have done our little bit of blush, we're gonna set it with some powder. And this is a new powder, again, to fill out my full face darling. This is the NYX Wonder Snatch finishing powder, loose setting powder in the shade 07 Cinnamon Catch. So I'm hoping this is going to be the right shade. Got to figure out how to get this off of here without getting powder everywhere. Oh, yeah, I do, okay. Yeah, I was like, how do I get this off of here? Okay, you just like screw it off, and then they have icy. They got a little thing Okay. Well, how do I? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm looking at this because I'm like, how do you do? Okay. All right. So then they got a little thing around here that says close and open around the rim of this. And then you turn it. And that keeps the powder from like being too much. Okay. Well, this is my question though. I'm going to have to put this top back on here. Because now I got to get powder out of here. So how am I going to get the powder out? I guess I'm going to have to turn it upside down. Do that right there. Yep. That's exactly how I'm going to have to do. All right. So. Sorry, you go over there. All right. Now I need a powder puff. I don't have a clean one. I'm looking. I don't have a clean one in here, but this is going to have to do. All right. So I have powder down here, as you can see in the little section. So we're going to take this and do. Okay. There's also some in the lid too. Priming it in my hand. I'm hoping the cinnamon is going to be fine. Because I am cinnamon. I am cinnamon color. And so, yeah, okay, that's cute. Okay. Okay, Nyx. That's kind of cute. It's a nice match. That looks about like exactly my shade. So, okay. That was the right shade then. Y'all know I'd be scared. I'd be picking the wrong shades. I'd be picking the wrong shades. And I've gotten better at being able to color match and shade match for myself. Sometimes I still sometimes be a little shaky. And this was one where I was like, I don't know if this is the right shade or not. And my husband was like, he just kind of gave me that look like, girl, how you don't know what your shade is? And I'm like, Bo, sometimes this is hard. Sometimes you will get several shades that could be your actual shade. But the longer you do this, the better you get at matching your shade. Or at least that's the hope. Is that you will get better at picking the right shade. So yeah, I like that. That is the exact correct shade for me. I'm taking a little excess out the lid because I could use some more, I guess. Get this between my eyes. My bridge. Since I'm gonna be outside and it's hot outside, I want to be able to do. Okay. Not bad. Like I say, I can barely tell I got some on, but I got some on. Get something out of my hair there. Okay. I'm not even gonna prime it up here with that last little corner. Oh, I'm a little shiny still. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like this. This is pretty good. All right. See if I can get that last little corner out of there. And see if there's any other places I feel like I'm super shiny. Because I'm looking in my mirror to see if I'm super shiny anywhere. Kind of. Okay. Alright, now that we've done that, I'm pleased with that. Now, of course, that took away all my dang blush. So, you live and you learn. Alright, So now I'm gonna need powder blush. So I have a new, and I'm looking for my brush here to do it. We have a new one, a new powder blush to try. From She Glam. This is the She Glam Dream Touch blush in the shade 017 Wannabe. I know y'all can't really see that, but let me get in closer. This is the shade. So the color is this back here. And it's got a little mirror with it and a little got a little plastic coating on the mirror. I mean, I don't use the little mirror to do this, but it's also got a little protective film that I want to keep. All right, so taking my brush, this is the Morphe M164 powder brush, and we're gonna put it on. It's fairly pigmented. Now, it's not a Fenty, but it's fairly pigmented. So I could deal with this. I'm okay with this. Most of the She Glam stuff is pretty decently pigmented. It's not like overly pigmented. It's not like super highly pigmented like, say, Juvia's Place. But most people ain't Juvia's Place when it comes to pigmentation. So kind of sort of can just deal with it and be okay. I'm trying to have to like spread this out a little bit. Pink looks a little weird there. I kind of forgot to do stuff with it. Oh, Lord, somebody is outside playing some very, very, very loud music. I wonder if it's not the people who are across the street from our house that is doing that. Yeah, that's all right. That pink be looking a little odd on me because it looks just odd. But it's alright. Yeah, I know Robert Welsh is like, no, don't fix your face while you're doing. But in order to get this part that I feel like I didn't do very well, I need to do that in order to do it. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Okay. So, eyes are done. Face is done. We're gonna put on some under eye in just a second. My eyebrows are being a little weird and aggressive. They're acting like I didn't like do anything to it. I did. I promise y'all I did. My eyebrows are just weird and bushy. And they just don't like to cooperate. So even if I put like gel in them, they don't cooperate. But I do use tools. I like using these tools to do this. See, that looks better. Okay. They look combed through. As opposed to me doing it before and it didn't look combed through. I'm like, I know I did it before. Anyway, under eye. We have a new thing for the under eye. This is the Sephora 12-Hour Intense Ink Felt Liner in the shade 01 Deep Black. Again, y'all see this? The cap is like right here. So there's a thing over the top of it. Yeah, it's kind of obnoxious, but all right. All right. So I'm gonna do. And that is some immediate black color coming out of there. Almost too much. Do not get that on my nose. I got it on my nose. Okay. All right. Okay. That very intense black. It is. That came out very, very, very intense. That was pretty good. Let that dry. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we're ready to do lips. For the lips, I'm in here. I have some liners over here. Trying to use a new red liner. We use the Sephora one. Okay. So there's also Sephora liner, lip liner. This is the Sephora 8-Hour Colorful from their Colorful line. 8-Hour Colorful Transfer Proof Lip Liner in the shade 16 Very Cherry. Let's see if I can. See if I can do something with it. I want to keep that color on there. Oh, no, I don't need to keep the sticker. Okay. It's still on there. The sticker has the thing on it, but it also has it on the side. So, all right. Let's see what she got. A nice liner. And it shows up. It's a nice red. It's a very nice red, as you can see. Okay. All right. I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased with that red liner. Okay. That also is going to be working for when we do Sephora for Full Face Darling. Now, lipstick wise, I have been wearing the hell out of this cat suit. The liquid cat suit. Red from Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild liquid cat Megalast liquid cat suit matte lipstick, and it's a beautiful matte. This is the shade Missy and Fierce 930B. Very nice shade. The red is very nice, and the lipstick is nice. Takes a minute to dry, but it gets set. Okay. Got the top done. And now the bottom. That turned out nice. I look like somebody's 1940s, 1950s grandma. Probably mine. Given that my grandma was in her 20s in 1940. My grandmother's birthday passed. She would have been 100 this year. My grandmother died 30 years ago. Exactly 30 years ago this year. She would have been 70, and she died in like February. But her birthday is July 9th. And then my doppelganger aunt that I look the most alike, her birthday would have been yesterday, and she would have been 75. No, she would have been, she would have been 76. My mom would have been 75 this year. So, my aunt died 2 years after my grandmother. So, she was 48 when she died. She died about 2 weeks after her 48th birthday. Trying to debate, do I want to put these earrings on now, or do I want to set my face? Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is the completed look. I think that turned out nicely. Damn, I'm cute. Listen, I'll be so excited when my makeup turn out great. And I'm pleased with the final result. I'd be so excited. Yeah. I think that looks pretty decent. Alright, so we are going to set face before I put my earrings on. Alright, now for the setting spray. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix Makeup Setting Spray, up to 16-hour wear, matte finish. So, gonna use this since I used Maybelline everything else. So I'm excited because I've not used this. I bought this from Walgreens. I made my husband go in and get it. I was like, please go into Walgreens and get this for me. So yeah, I'm excited about this, and it was the last one that they had. So I was like, I'm getting this. So we're gonna try this. See how it sets the face. So, alright, here goes. Because we're going to have to use Mr. Sweetful, I'm pretty sure. This does not dry. This does not dry like on its own immediately. You need help. You need help drying. So, alright. Okay. And that did not come out as a mist. That it came out as like a spritz of something. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this is Mr. Sweetful. It said avoid spraying directly in the eyes. Well, guess what your girl did. So we need to dry eyes before we do anything else. Because I do not want to open my eyes and get setting spray in there. But, yeah, my grandmother would have been 100 this year. And so, yeah, she was a lovely lady. And so, yes, this is probably what she would have looked like. Because I look just like her now. And I look just like my aunt, who looked just like her mother. So, and I look like my mom also, who looked like her mother. So, yeah. So, my grandma didn't wear a whole lot of makeup. When she was young, just a little bit. But she was pretty, so she didn't really need a whole lot of makeup. And like I said, my grandmother had some of the most beautiful skin. Y'all hear me talk about my grandma with her beautiful skin. She had some of the softest skin. And I remember sometimes just patting her face. Okay, I think my eyes are dry enough now. I just remember patting her face and being like, Grandma, why your skin so soft? And she was like, because I drink a lot of water. She also drank a lot of ginger ale. But Grandma had some of the most beautiful skin I'd ever seen. My mama did too. I got my daddy's skin tone. My mama was like maybe about 3 shades darker than I am. So, she had like deep chocolate brown. I don't have a thing over here to compare, but she had some of the most beautiful skin. And she too. I drank a lot of water. She did drink a lot of water. Also a lot of coffee and a lot of Coca-Cola. But yeah, my mom was absolutely gorgeous. She was like she and my husband have very similar skin tones, and if you've seen the episodes where my husband shows up, she had very similar skin tone as he does. And he has some of the most beautiful chocolate brown skin I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm just like, did God just take a Hershey bar and break off a piece and make you? Because that's what his skin tone reminds me of, dark chocolate. And I love Hershey chocolate. So, yeah, I'm like, whoo, our child would have been absolutely gorgeous. Because they would have got his looks. Hopefully they would have got his looks. And they would have got his skin tone. So, hopefully. But, yeah. This is the completed look, ladies and gentlemen. Charlatans and shit heels. This is the completed look. I like how this turned out. Like I say, the eyes, the eyes are not really the star of the show here. It's really the lips. But the mascara kind of takes the place of the eyeshadow here. So, let me put on my accessories. I'm gonna wear my flower today. And I'm gonna wear my nose ring because I have not worn it all week. I wore it while we were visiting folks, but I didn't, of course I can't wear it to work, so I do not wear it to the works. Speaking of which, the job is going well. It is going well. Trying to get some work done. Trying to get some things accomplished. We have a deadline, and so trying to be helpful there and help get things out the door. That's a good look. Trying to be helpful and trying to hurry the hell up. Not take a whole ton of time to get my stuff done so that my work is done, and just be helpful and make things work. So yeah, trying to help team accomplish what we need to accomplish and get things done. So all right, I am finished. This is the look. So I'm gonna go get out and get on the road and get in these streets, do a little bit of shopping. So that concludes our episode for this week. I will be back sometime during the week and hopefully get this into production like today, and do a little something. I'll be back. We have a couple of episodes upcoming. We'll try to work on, because today is Saturday, which is our usual day for filming, and I have filmed today. Tomorrow I may do the Full Face Darling episode, and try to have that in production and get that done. That takes a little bit of time to get that going and get it edited and get it set up the way I want. So we'll see. But thanks for watching. Come back in and watch more of my videos later. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on bells and notifications so that you know when I upload. I'll see you later. Peace.